Yeah, this is my mood, the shut mouth. I'm not happy. Mostly because I just did this recording and found out my mic was turned off this time around in the recorder settings. Screw my life later. Right now. Cave Compendium. Oh. Give me about 3 seconds. That's to shut up any hostility outside, only for the duration of this. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go back to mouse and keyboard for this again, mostly mouse. Introduction. The Abyssal Chasm is a biome found deep in the world, but unlike other cave biomes, it is covered by hundreds of blocks of water, not stone. It is found exclusively under ocean biomes and appears as a massive trench where light barely penetrates. The trench walls are lined with abyss marine, a stone-like block, and the abyssal floor is covered in a thick layer of muck. This muck is quite thick and slows many creatures that walk on it down. It is also where much of the benthic sea life that calls this biome home can be found, including mussels, cyanomes, and ping-pong sponges. Rising from these abyssal depths are great undersea mouths made of tuff. These contain numerous ores, but are also covered by hydrothermal vents, emanating black smoke and tube worm colonies nearby to feed off of them. On the ocean floor, the skeletons of long-dead beasts, whale falls can be found, colonized by bone worms and other scavengers. Long-abandoned research posts created by an enigmatic ancient faction can also be discovered along with far more mysterious rooms. Resources. Mussels can often be found growing on any solid surface in the abyssal chasm. Over time, they can increase in number and spread to nearby blocks. Mussels grow faster on logs than any other block. Mussels can be cooked into a decent food option too. When broken, there is a chance for a mussel to drop one of its precious pearls, which can be made into an abyssal altar, presumably to offer something to the strange beings that call the abyssal chasm home. Occasionally, sea glass shards can be obtained when breaking muck. These shards can be reassembled into normal glass or used to create depth glass, which allows better visibility when placed next to water. Oops, didn't mean to do that far. I'm just gonna go to the ones that start flipping way longer and try and go to the small ones last. Deep one. The deep ones are some of the most mysterious and poorly understood beings in all the overworld. There are 3 species of deep one, and they all live in a harmonious balance with each other, forming a single syncretic society. Initially, all deep ones will be wary of outsiders. They will follow and stalk any intruders to their abyssal domain from the shadows and attempt to flee if spotted or chased. If a deep one is cornered, it will toss an ink bomb and then disappear from sight. If hurt, the opinion of the attacker for all deep ones will decrease permanently, and they will eventually become outright hostile to the intruder. However, improving one's standing with the deep ones is not too difficult. Placing a pearl on the abyssal altar near them can initiate an exchange of goods, which will gradually improve their opinion. Eventually, deep ones may gain such a favorable opinion of an adventure that they will no longer flee their gaze and even assist in combat. In battle, deep ones will use their sharp claws and fast sword speed to brutally chase down and tear their prey, along with their sharp teeth-filled maws. Deep ones can offer a variety of items to exchange at an altar, including sponges, sea glass shards, and even a gazing pearl. Okay, Deep One Mage. The Deep One Mage is the 3rd species of Deep One and distantly related to the others, yet they still fulfill an invaluable role in the Deep One society. Mages have control over powerful water magic. Like all Deep Ones, they share the same opinion of outsiders, channeling the heart of the sea buried in their heads. These Deep Ones can summon bolts of water to pummel enemies from afar with. To voyage out of water, they can summon a bubble full of water to allow them to levitate. They can also bring forth a barrage of waves to damage multiple attackers at once. Some of the Deep One Mage's attacks will trap foes in a giant bubble of water, which can drown landlords. Like all Deep Ones, mages have their own unique set of items they can exchange at Abyssal Altar. These range from common ocean items to rare and magical ones such as nautilus shells, bottles of enchanting, and even the sea staff itself. Deep One Knight. The Deep One Knight is an even stronger species of Deep One. Like the other Deep Ones, they all share the same society and opinion of outsiders, and their approval and disapproval all gained in the same way. Deep One Knights usually carry with them a trident or ortholance, which they will use as a weapon during melee combat with opponents. Exchanging items is done in the same manner as with other Deep One species, except that Deep One Knights offer different items, usually those revolving around melee combat. This includes their signature ortholance along with tridents, armor, prismarine, and even a magic conch. Mind Guardian. Mind Guardians are often difficult to see in the Abyssal Chasm as they are always chained to an anchor on the seafloor around Abyssal ruins. These mechanical beings were left there long ago, likely to keep Deep Ones moving. Every so often, Mind Guardians will open their single eye to scan for targets, including any nearby adventurers. If a target is detected in close range, the Mind Guardian will begin to float towards the detected target and suddenly explode once in range. If slain before this happens, Mind Guardians can drop a depth charge which can be thrown to create a small explosion that can destroy blocks even underwater. Hull Breaker. The Hull Breaker is a colossal fish over 15 blocks long. Being a predator adapted to hunt exclusively in dark waters, it hunts by seeking out any glowing entity. It quickly makes a kill by using its massive teeth to bite prey or its head as a battering ram to smash them. The easiest way to avoid the wandering eyes of a Hull Breaker is to stop emitting light and to remove any glowing effect or entity. Hull Breakers always investigate possible prey items before attacking, circling them multiple times whilst its many body lights begin to flash rapidly. In the almost unheard of chance that one is defeated in combat, it will spew out what it has eaten before dying. This includes common items like ink sacs, but can also be remains of submarines such as the enigmatic engine, along with strange things such as immortal embryos. If a Hull Breaker is detected whilst one is in a submarine, caution must be taken to immediately turn off any and all floodlights until the beast passes. Tripod fish. The tripod fish is a bizarre fish found near the seafloor of the Abyssal Caves. Although they are decent swimmers, they can often be spotted resting above the seafloor on three large spines emerging from their fins. Tripod fish can be captured with a bucket of water, and if slain, they can drop themselves. They can be cooked for a heartier meal. Lanternfish. The lanternfish is the smallest fish found in the Abyssal Chasm, yet it makes up for its diminutive size for the large shoals of them that spawn throughout the waters of this biome. Like a few other deep-sea species, this animal has light-emitting spots on its body which help distinguish it from the dark depths. Lanternfish shoals move closer to the surface at night, making them a convenient way to find abyssal chasms. If slain, a lanternfish will drop itself and can be cooked for a meager snack. They can also be captured in a bucket of water. Sea pigs. Sea pigs are gelatinous invertebrates found on the seafloor within the abyssal chasm. Slowly trudging along on their many legs, they sift through the muck looking for anything edible. Sea pigs can drop themselves if they die and can be eaten. Although their flesh is poisonous, they can be captured with a bucket of water. If fed muck, a clay ball, or mud, the sea pig will begin to digest the item. They may produce a decent amount of muck or clay during this, but can also return bone meal, sea glass shards, pearls, and even marine snow. Last but not least for inhabits, gossamer worm. Gossamer worms are large, polychaete worms found swimming around the waters of the Abyssal Chasm. These drifting, glowing worms are a favorite treat of the Hull Breaker. Gossamer worms can be captured with a bucket of water. If slain, they can draw bioluminescence, the source of their blue glow. Utilities. Although individually most of the fish that swim these deep seas are not very palatable, they can be combined into a deep sea sushi roll. The marine snow produced by sea pigs can be used on dead coral to bring them back to life. It can also grow sponges and other kinds of sea life. Bioluminescence dropped by gossamer worms can be brewed into a potion of glowing. It can also be crafted into a floater, a device that allows one to reach the surface of the sea in mere seconds. Or it can be turned into some bioluminescent torches that glow even underwater. Any drowned that appear in the abyssal chasms may be wearing parts of the diving suit armor. These can also appear in chests in abyssal ruins. The diving helmet grants 40 seconds of water breathing when worn out of water, vastly extending the period in which explorers can stay in the abyssal chasm. The chest plate has additional toughness, and the leggings grant extra swim speed. The boots allow faster speed on muck blocks. The abyssal ruins can also occasionally hold a submarine. Submarines in disrepair can be fixed by using copper ingots on them, and any oxidization can be removed with an axe. Once repaired, a submarine can be piloted and even sports floodlights to improve visibility of the depths. When piloted, submarines provide a constant amount of air, making them one of the safest ways to get around in the abyssal chasm. To create an entirely new submarine will require multiple copper blocks, an enigmatic engine, and a few depth glass blocks. Simply surround the enigmatic engine with a copper cube and make sure to use 6 depth glass to mark the front of the vehicle. The ruins also make use of drain blocks, which can be crafted with depth charges. Provided there is liquid above and empty space below, and activated with redstone, this block will move all the fluids above it below it, making it convenient for aquatic construction. Deep ones can exchange a large variety of items, some unique only to only them. A common one is the ink bomb and glowing bomb, which create a pool of ink when thrown that can inflict blindness and glowing respectively. The glowing variant can be used to gain the attention of a nearby hole breaker. The gazing probe can be a helpful novelty to keep track of the opinion held by the deep ones. It changes color depending on their mood towards the outsider gazing upon it. The Orth Lance is a melee weapon that can be held down to gain a powerful charge attack. This charge will leave a trail of waves behind it, which deal additional damage. The magic conch can be blown in order to summon multiple deep ones to aid in combat anywhere in the world. They will only linger for a short period of time, so it's best to save this for large battles. The sea staff is a weapon that fires magical bolts of water rapidly, which can arc towards nearby monsters. And like that, that is the Abyssal Chasm in the Cave Compendium. Hope this gave some information. The Abyssal Chasms, especially being the only cave that's underwater, can be rather deadly of a cave to deal with.